Ladies and gentlemen, this is Reacts and this is Why This Room is the Most Dangerous Place in the World by the channel RealLifeLore. Yeah, I didn't look at the thumbnail probably. I don't know what this video is going to be about, but it's going to be fun. I wrote quite a few RealLifeLore videos already. If you haven't seen them, check out the cast. There's a playlist I created for it, RealLifeLore reactions, something like that. Lots of time I upload videos and it's more than 3 videos in 24 hours. So lots of videos, don't send notification. So who knows, you might have missed some videos from RealLifeLore. So check out the playlist. It's there. Check out the playlist too, like CGP Grey, Internet Historian, Only Sarcastic Production, Unbiased History, things like that. And yeah, let's watch this one.
This video was made possible by Mozilla. Learn which products respect your privacy with their Privacy Not Included Buyer's Guide using the link in the description. Everybody and everything that has ever existed eventually dies. Death is ultimately just part of living on our planet, so it should come as no surprise to you that Earth is a dangerous place. But where on Earth is the most dangerous place?
Dangerous, most dangerous, it's relative. It's dangerous place to assure. But if you look at all the planets in our solar system alone, yeah, it's nowhere near the most dangerous, is it?
Assuming that you could take all available precautions like clothing, gear, weapons, a handy Toyota, or whatever else you can think of, and disregarding any laws relating to access, where would be the most dangerous place that you could go to that you're allowed to be prepared for? The quick answer is a basement located here in Ukraine, but the longer answer is ridiculously interesting and totally worth your time to listen through a little backstory. The basement is located in a familiar town to many of you called Pripyat, and is nearby an even more familiar nuclear power plant called Chernobyl. Over 30 years...
He's amping this up like here in Ukraine. It's located near a city in Pripyat. Man, as soon as you said Ukraine, the first thought comes into anyone's mind is like, oh, he's going to talk about Chernobyl, because this is one of the most famous thing that is. There has been movies, TV shows, and even games after this. Come on.
Years ago, in 1986, the Chernobyl power plant experienced a catastrophic disaster never before seen in the world. During a
I guess he's going to talk about sarcophagus or whatever that's called. There's a massive nuclear waste at the center or something like that. Yeah.
Routine overnight test, reactor number 4 in the plant experienced a power surge. The nuclear core's temperature inside of this reactor grew rapidly, and in the following attempt to control this temperature, an even greater power surge was caused instead. Due to numerous design flaws inside of the reactor, 2 explosions followed from a buildup of steam caused by the core's increase.
So let me get this done. Because of first reactor went ballistic, they tried to contain it and then cause even bigger issues. Damn.
Increasing temperature. The temperature got so hot that the nuclear fuel inside of the core began to melt, and this molten fuel began to seep down to the bottom of the reactor vessel. This nuclear lava melted through this vessel and into the concrete and pipes below, where it eventually reached the reactor's basement. The now molten mixture of nuclear fuel, control rods, sand, glass, and concrete slowly cooled into an object that would later be called the Elephant's Foot. Back above the ground, the Soviet Union engaged in the largest civil engineering project in world history to contain the radiation spewing out into the atmosphere from the reactor. 500,000 workers were brought in to construct what became known as the sarcophagus.
I don't know, every time I see this distant image, I just get creeped out by it. I don't know, because I played the game Stalker so much, or I don't know what, or I just hype this place in my mind, but I'm pretty sure that this is not, this is justified, I think, this whole image of terrifying, it's just, look at those buildings. You see those buildings, and those things are empty. There's vines and things on top of that. There's a big plant in the distance with the chimney. There's a dome. All of that is empty. It's obviously nowadays there are wildlife there, but not at the high amount. So there is not much of any kind of ambient noise there, because not much of wildlife there. Recently there are wildlife has increased, but at the start there wasn't much of anything left there. Basically no humans there, no vehicle, no nothing. It's eerily silent photo. It's not just photo. Even if this was a video, it would be eerily silent. because it's empty. You know it's empty. You know the buildings are creepily empty. And it's something about, seeing an empty town that is just creepy, because you know that those structures were constructed for people and now there's no people there. So in your subconsciousness, there's constantly this thing going like, why is there no people there? Why is there no people there? Even though you know, but that's in the first split second, that's the massive surge of thought that goes through your head, and that gives you the creepy feeling. Like empty buildings, oh, I don't know that. Because it gives you that creepy feeling like, why would the buildings be empty? Oh yeah, alright, because of the nuclear disaster. But that first split second that tells you like buildings are empty will creep you out. So that plant, knowing that what happened here is just creepy. And after the playing games like Stalker, it's just very creepy just looking at this. This is one of the most creepiest thing to look at in the entire planet.
Gigantic concrete and steel fortress built around the destroyed reactor. Inside,
and yeah, not to mention that Ferris wheel, that park that is empty. Oh god.
This day are sealed 200 tons of radioactive corium, 30 tons of highly contaminated dust, and 16 tons of uranium and plutonium. Being on the roof of this sarcophagus is enough to expose you to a full year's worth of radiation in just 12 minutes, and the inside is so lethally radioactive that it could kill you within minutes. The sarcophagus today is...
Okay, I think that's the photo afterwards. Is this the photo from the plant? Because if it is, how? It's from the inside. If it's so radioactive, how did people went in above? Because of wearing suits? Are the suits that effective? Damn.
Lethally radioactive that it could kill you within minutes. The sarcophagus today is surrounded by an even larger structure meant to further contain all of this radiation inside, but back in 1986, this was far from the case. Scientists were sent into the ruins to search for nuclear fuel that could cause another explosion, and after 6 months of searching, a team encountered an unbelievably radioactive mass in the basement around the corner from where they were standing. Using a remote-controlled camera, the team took the very first photographs of the elephant's foot located inside. It's only 2 meters across, but it weighs as much as 100 tons, and it was so dangerous at the time that it would expose you to 10,000 Roentgens per hour.
Wait a minute, this went even below the basement, dug inside or something because of how hot it was?
Which means that in just 30 seconds it would be enough to induce extreme dizziness and fatigue in you that would last up to 2 weeks. After 2 minutes of being near it, it would be enough to cause your cells to hemorrhage. And after 4 minutes of being near it, it would cause vomiting, diarrhea, and a fever. If you were near it for just 300 seconds, it would be enough to guarantee your death within 2 days. But despite this, we have several photographs that exist of people right next to it. The grainy and almost ghostly effect that you're seeing in this photograph is because of the radiation produced by the elephant's foot interfering with the film of the camera.
What the fuck? Can this get any more creepy? Look at this ghostly image. Why? Because radiation is so strong, that's how it's capturing the image. And look at those people, they're just wearing helmets. Did those people die? Their faces are open. Look at that thing, this is scary as shit. It dug inside, that's how hot it was. Elephant's foot, that's a radioactive foot.
Nobody knows what happened to this worker or the photographer.
Look man, I don't like to say bad things, but I'm damn sure the person is dead. You can't, because they didn't know this at the time. In just 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it could have a lethal dose. I mean, he must have been there longer than that. And his face is open like that. I mean, this is when the explosion happened in 1980s, whatever, 86 or whatever it was. 84, I don't remember. So, yeah, at that time, I'm pretty sure they didn't have advanced suits. I don't think anybody has enough suits to take on this radiation, even today. Okay, this is just... oh, God.
For taking this picture, but based on the time limits that I listed earlier, it probably isn't very good. They may not have known just how dangerous the object was then, but over the 30+ years since then, the elephant's foot has grown weaker. A study in 1996, 10 years after the disaster, suggested that 5 minutes in the presence of the elephant's foot now would be enough to give you radiation sickness, and an hour next to it would be enough to kill you, which is far better than the 300 seconds that it used to take. However, the elephant's foot is still extremely extremely hot and is still melting through the concrete floor of the basement. Should it melt all the way through and come into contact with groundwater, the result could be catastrophic. Another explosion might be possible, and the drinking water of nearby residents would certainly be contaminated. The elephant's foot will continue existing for
Nearby residents, then you'd have to track how far that water goes and what it connects. Because God knows how much things can contaminate, how much water. Oh, that's just effed up. I didn't know there's an actual live problem like that is going on today. They're just trying to build a dome on top, just to contain the radiation on top. But what about below? Damn.
Down in a dark basement, locked away inside of a giant sarcophagus, where the radiation will continue existing for the next 100,000 years. So if you're looking for the most dangerous place to be on Earth, the inside of this building should definitely be near the top of your list. And if you're looking for some privacy, here is Mozilla's Privacy Not Included Buyer's Guide. The holidays are right around the corner, and a great gift is one.
Yeah, people, check out the description. There's the link with the original video. Go to that and click on the, Mozilla link and support that channel. So yeah, damn, I didn't know there was an active issues like that from Chernobyl. The elephant's foot apparently is actually still is hot and melting down. It might contact water. Damn. That would be after that's so radioactive that would screw up every other water that it touches. I guess it will contaminate everything. Damn. Alright, people, that was why this room is the most dangerous place in the world. If you like my Rick's Wonderful, like and subscribe, check out the Rick's and there's a link in the description, check out the cast wall, please check out the end cards, and I'll see you next time.